Before we take a look at how to use subtizing and chunking to build powers of 10, let's just take a real fast review in terms of what subtizing refers to. Basically, it's the ability to see the difference between this many objects, this many objects, this many objects, and this many objects. And what subtizing does is it provides a very, very quick way for us to identify how many objects we have without necessarily being able to count them. Now, when we look at this, we can tell without counting that we have this many objects in place. So I'm not even giving it a number yet. I'm just giving it one-to-one with how many fingers I'm holding out there. If I see this, I know that I don't have any objects at all. If I see this many, I know I have this many objects, and so on. So subtizing gives us a very quick way of building visual recognition for 0, for 1, for 2, for 3, and one of the things that the videos that will follow will show you is that we're going to go left to right and top to bottom, and as we add more counters, we're doing it using this subtizing notion of 3 as our base. That's going to be our grouping. So we've got one group of 3, we've got 2 groups of 3, and so on. And so when we go to build our numbers, what we'll see is that subtizing will give us a group of 3. Chunking tells us how many groups we can see at one time. And the research tells us we can see 3 groups of 3. So what that tells us is from 0 to 9, we can identify just by looking at it. When we add the 10th one, things get a little more complicated, and so we have to regroup them into a new object. And that'll be the subject of the videos that follow. But I just wanted to start off here by going through the notion that subtizing is this visual recognition of 0 to 3 objects without having to count them. We describe this in great detail in the Abramovich-Connell text from pages 129 to 140. This would be a good time for you to read that, or you could read it after you watch the remaining videos, your preference. The videos that follow in this section are in part to kind of walk you through, but they're also to provide resources for you if you want to use them in the classroom somewhere. Again, it may not be necessary for you to watch all of them from beginning to end, but you should watch enough so that you get a notion in terms of what numerical fluency is, what subtizing looks like when it plays out with chunking to develop number and number concept, and to at least begin to see how we're going to be building our base 10 system, particularly using the Dean's base 10 blocks.